riding with me, then you getting whatever.
Hey beautiful faces, this is FacedByYe and I'm back with another video. I told you guys I'm gonna do better, so I'm working on that. But if you are not subscribed to my channel, welcome, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and if you are, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a signature full glam on my model Naima. I just decided to do something a little different. I've been wanting to do this look for a minute and I finally got to do it. So it's just a signature full glam with rhinestones and pearls. As always, I'm starting off with the brows with the Morphe micro brow pencil in the color chocolate mousse, just shaping and filling in her brows. Miss Naima always asks me to do like actual eyeshadow looks on her, so we're steering away from the natural and doing something different. Okay, now we're gonna clean up her brows with a small liner brush. Y'all, I ran out of brushes, so I had to be creative. I mean, it really doesn't matter what kind of brush you use as long as it's a nice flat brush. Like a nice flat C brush or a nice flat liner brush, you should be fine. I drugged down the concealer just a little bit on her eyelids and blended it out just to set me up for the eyeshadow look. I'm just using a simple blending eyeshadow brush. As long as you use a brush that's pretty dense and thick and fluffy to blend out the concealer on the eyelid or whatever eye product you're using before you do your eyeshadow look is fine. Now going over the top of her brows with that same liner brush, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour foundation. I have to get the exact name for you, it's going to be in the description, but I've been using this foundation on a few of my clients lately and I really like it. It's giving like a NARS type of feel to it. It's not really matte, but it's not really super sheer either. It's like a really fresh type of foundation look. It's very skin-like. I really like how my faces have been coming out with it lately, so I think this is the foundation that I'm going to stick with for a while. So because I am doing a more nude and brown type of eyeshadow look today, I just put a little foundation on her lids because I feel like when you start with really bright pigmented colors, it's good to have a pale lid, but I didn't want to do that since I'm starting a little dark. The first transition shade I'm going to lay down is a more skin tone shade. It's her bronzer color or like her contour color. So with the Juvia's Place Duo palette in the color tan, I'm patting down her transition color in the crease of her eyes. And in this moment, y'all, I knew she was tired. She literally kept nodding off the entire video. So y'all, please forgive my girl. She is a hard-working nurse and she be working them long hours, so I guess now was her time to take her nap. So forgive her. But like I said, with that Juvia's Place Duo bronzer palette, I am packing in that top shade into her crease and then blending it out and setting up for my next color. I told her, I'm like, girl, you need to go to sleep. You nodding off. I gotta hold your hand up. So with this small detail brush, I'm going to start to cut her cut crease with the P. Louise eyeshadow base in the color 2, just mapping it out so that I can lay down the next 2 eyeshadow colors. I cannot get over how sleepy she is. Like, look at her, falling asleep with her mouth wide open. But I am dragging out that product just enough until there was no product left on the brush. I didn't want to close it with the base. I wanted to close it with that same transition shade because I wanted a graduation of color, as you can see in the beginning of the video, and you'll see in a little bit. But just drag that out until it wasn't any product left on the brush, just to set me up for that ombre effect of color for the eyeshadow look. So with the P. Louise eyeshadow base, you always want to make sure that you take a naked eyeshadow brush and just tap it in until it's dry. And then, like I said before, closing up that cut crease with the transition color that I started with. Excuse me. But yeah, closing it up with the transition color, and then moving on to laying down our next color in the eyeshadow look. Now, laying down that second shade, I am using the color Mahogany from the Nude Persuasion palette. Just packing that towards the end and blending it out. I didn't want it to be too dark, so I did end up tapping some of that color off onto my hand, just making sure it wasn't too overwhelming, because I still wanted to have that graduation of color from that transition shade onto the brown, orange, and white shadow that I used. I did go back into that palette though for another color, like I said, because I didn't want it to be too deep. But just going back and forth between the blending brush that I used to pack on the P. Louise and the black eyeshadow brush that I used initially to put down that mahogany color. Like I said, with that Nude Persuasion palette, I did go into the color Spicy just to warm it up a little bit. But I saw that I kind of put it a little too far towards the front. So I did like pack it on until it got to the pigmentation that I wanted it to be. And then when I did lay down that white, I kind of like fixed it. But going back and forth between the brown and the spicy shade, just making sure it's a good graduation of color. Because I hate when you can see that you put down 3 different colors. So trying to blend that out as best as I can before I lay down that white. The white shadow that I did use is from the same palette, the Nude Persuasion palette, but I don't know, any white shadow that I've been using lately has not been like the best. I have to continuously pack until it's not like ashy or chalky. So if you guys have any eyeshadow palettes that you want to suggest with really good whites, or maybe like a white base that you want to suggest, go ahead and put it down in the comments and let me know what you guys suggest that I use. Basically, for looks like this is basically a blending game. You just go back and forth between the 3 colors that you use until it gets to the desired look that you want. So that's what I did, just went back and forth between the 3 colors until it came out exactly how I wanted it to be. Y'all, it's so cute. It's giving peaches and cream, you know? I love this look so much. It's so cute. And here she go, finna fall out the chair. The look came out really cute though. So now with the liquid matte eyeliner by Covergirl, I lined her eyes. I really didn't want to do like a wing liner, just something really clean cut and simple, so I did a regular liner. She kept nodding off, y'all, so it ended up messing up, but I did go over it and fixed it. I just tapped in the P. Louise base and then added my 3 colors again and cleaned it back up with the liner. Now moving on to the face, we are blending in the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in the color, I believe it was 511. Blending that in with the Instapop face brush. Like I said, this is my maybe 12th or 13th client, somewhere in there, that I've used this foundation on, and I really like it. Like, even seeing the clients when they send me like client videos and pictures and stuff, their foundation still looks really, really nice and skin-like. I mean, I think I am going to invest in a matte foundation as well, but this foundation just gives like such a really nice skin look, especially by the time it dries down when I'm done with like the entire application. It just looks so good. But anyways, under the eye with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Sometimes, you guys, I do not be remembering the shades because my voiceovers be 3-4 days after the fact. But as far as concealer goes, if you're following this video to like do your own makeup or someone else's, as long as you use a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades, sometimes 3 depending on your clients or your skin tone, you're good. I use the Real Techniques setting brush. I like to blend on the outer edges first and then work my way up into the inner corner just to give it time to dry down a little bit in the inner corner, because that's where I really want it to pop and be its brightest. If you are new here and you haven't watched my videos before, welcome. But just want to reiterate, I do go over my concealer with my foundation brush, because sometimes depending on the shade that you're using when you are blending out your concealer, like I said, sometimes it can be 2 to 3 shades lighter. So to get that nice uniform melted look where everything isn't just like sticking out, I go over the places where I put the concealer with the foundation brush just to marry everything together. But I try not to go too hard because I still want those places to be bright and I don't want to have to overcompensate with the setting powder. So really just blending the edges for the most part. But if I do notice that it is a tad bit lighter than what I want it to be, I go over it a little bit more with the leftover foundation on the foundation brush. Now, setting her under eye with the One Size translucent powder. I am really loving this powder, you guys. Like, it looks so nice by the time I'm finished. And sometimes I don't even dust it off. Like, depending on how much it picks up on my little triangle poof, I don't even dust it off, really. Like, when I go over my client's face with a face powder just to, you know, give it the finishing touch or whatever the case may be, I'll like dust a little bit, but not even. Like, I love this powder so much. It just looks so good. And it's crazy because I literally just bought some Laura Mercier like maybe a couple days before this, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use it. And I use it on myself, and I was just like, no, it's just not working. I think One Size is like my go-to. Patrick just needs to come out with a really good color, like the translucent honey color, and we'll be good. As always, contour my client's face with the Juvia's Place Duo palette in the color Tan. I need to pick up a few more of these. I think there's like 5 of them and I only have, or 6 of them and I only have 4. So I want to pick up the other shades. I really love using bronzer palettes to contour. It's just, one, is buildable, because once you put liquid or like stick foundations on a client's face, there's no returning back. So the powder works best for me. I was on a stick kick for a minute, but I'm loving the powders. Per usual, using the Roxi Makeup Revolution blush palette and blending that in on my client's face. So weird with the highlighter brush. I don't know. I've used the highlighter brush a few times, or setting brush a few times on a client to do blush. For some reason, I just like the turnout, because honestly, blush is like eyeshadow for the face. You can't just put it on there and just leave it. Like, you definitely have to blend it out so that it looks nice. So I've been using that lately and loving the turnout. Then we are contouring the client's nose with the same Juvia's Place palette I used for her cheeks. If you don't drench your client when you're finished, what are you doing? You have to drench your client with your setting spray, so everything just melts together. Like, I don't know why. The girl that I work with in the salon, we were talking about setting powder, and she was like, use it, like, well, not setting powder, setting spray. She's like, definitely, I drench my clients in setting spray, just because sometimes the look, when you get halfway through, it doesn't look how you want it to look, but adding a little setting spray definitely marries everything together sometimes, and I do agree. So lately I've been spraying the fuck out their face. Y'all forgive me if you ever sat in my chair and I sprayed you too much, you felt like you couldn't breathe, but it was necessary, okay, girl? Because when I was finished, you liked it. It looked good. It was necessary. It helps with the look. So now you know why. But adding our little rhinestones and pearls. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, like, on camera. I knew it was a difference, but I got the pearls from, I believe, Michael's, and the rhinestones from Hobby Lobby. If I find, excuse me, the link for the pearls, I definitely will put them up there, but in the description bar. But adding those in no really uniform order. I seen this look on Instagram and I'm like, okay, I gotta recreate it. This would be so cute. And like I said, Naima always wants like something different than a natural glam, because she always comes to me for natural looks. So yeah, I had to do something a little fun for my girl. FacedByYe on them lips. I think this is a sample. Yeah, it's a sample that I got with the new liners that I will be either replacing or adding to my cosmetic line. So be on the lookout this holiday, like probably by my birthday. I'm gonna have my cosmetics up and running again, y'all. So be on the lookout. And then under the eye with the NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the color black. Like I said, if you know about that white milk jumbo pencil, then you know the consistency of this pencil. It's great. It's not too messy. It gets exactly where I need it to get, and it stays. So just trying a few new products out along with this mascara, the Princess Mascara by Essence. I've been loving this mascara. It gives the bottom lashes such a nice coverage. It makes your bottom lashes pop. So been loving those two products lately. And then using the NYX Lip Lingerie matte liquid lipstick on her lips, having her pat that out, blend, 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 pat, 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 and then just going over it with a little bit more lip liner. And then of course I'm gonna add my clear gloss on top to finish that lip look, honey, and give it a nice ombre look, and we'll be finished. I just really love how this look turned out. It was so cute on her. I'm gonna definitely start using her for more eyeshadow looks and bring more faces to the channel as well. Like, you guys always see Naima, so it's time to bring some new girls to the channel, and I will definitely be doing that soon. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what type of looks you guys want me to put up. Definitely gonna be posting some more vlogs soon. Ooh, look at that, y'all. So cute. But yeah, definitely gonna be posting some more videos soon. I'm gonna try to continue to be more consistent with you guys. But like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching my video.
You can whatever. Continue talking stories. I feel